Market Sniper, the crypto sniper. You can find me at themarketsniper.com. I was asked by Natalie at Trader Battle to give you my best trades, not only for into the run of Christmas and the end of the year, but also taking into the core themes of 2022. I'm going to start with FX, where this is macro setups and big time frame major moves and how you should position for these. So here is the spreadsheet that I was sharing inside our premium community. You can find out more about that at marketsniper.com. FX. Yes, the longs and the shorts. So first of all, our primary theme is a euro spill and dollar dominance and strength. The euro spill and dollar dominance and strength. Just so that you can know, we've been short the euro US dollar for an extended period from the 118s. 118s. You are now trading 112.8 at the moment. So this has been a very fruitful trade. So let's just show you that the euro USD macro head and shoulders reversal to the downside. Double head. We were short early on that on a break up top here. This is the risk rewards. We chase R's, not cars. You should too. Asymmetric rewards. By the way, we don't only think that the 110 target is all there will be, but there's likely to be some pushback and some little bit of rallying. We see a far greater move. You can follow content on the Market Sniper channel, the YouTube channel, for the dollar broadly in terms of this structure here. In short, overall, the dollar index for us is in a macro continuation pattern to the upside, for which that inverted head and shoulders, which is basically the opposite of the euro trade, upside down, is just the beginning of a move up to the 99 level, where after a small rest and then subsequent moves to 111, potentially 115 and 20. Wow, 115 and 120, if those were to happen, they're further afoot. You want to bias with the dollar on your side against just about all, and I'll give you one notable exception, but particularly initially against the euro. There's going to be euro zone dramas, but the East is going to suffer too. So let's take you through those FX trades that we've generated, not just the euro USD on a macro fall. By the way, when we appeared in the trade battle, we showed you a far bigger time frame that actually showed that the dollar's coming out of a macro falling wedge, and that this was the breakout of that wedge, and that you would have sustained strength. This is failure of the FX system on dollar strength, not weakness, contrary to what Peter Schiff and many other people says, in our opinion, and on balance of probabilities for us in terms of what the technicals are showing us. Then let's go back to that spreadsheet, if I can bring him back. Coupled with that, on euro weakness, we're seeing and have called a third capitulation in the euro Swiss franc. We were behind both. This trade has also been on for an extended period now for us in our community and is paying amazingly well. Euro Swiss franc. So this is happening right now. We're probing lower, by the way. These are our draws. This is our calls that we've made previously. I have 2 out of 2, and I've made my third call on this particular trade. We called it 1.5, which was the precursor in 2009, a December month that saw a major spiller, an absolute thriller, all the way from Manila down to the better part of the parity level. That is huge, gentlemen. That is 30%. And of course, the most beautiful ladies that are in the trading realm, may you be first and feasting finest. Then the peg fail, 120, all the way down. We called that. I was on a different show in the London. We were live. I remember going in the next morning after the walkout, after saying 3 weeks before that the peg was central. Again, 6 years later, a year-end December that then ran into January capitulation. Year ends 6 by 6 by 6. We are now gone from 2009 to 2015, a 6-year spell with end of year going into January falls. You are now 6 years from 2015. You are now sitting here looking at the euro Swiss franc, some 6 years later, going into the end of the year, and you have an inverted HVF, and you've got me telling exactly what's going to go down on our YouTube channel. We have been short from up at the 1.08. This is absolute bid killer. Companies went bust. Alpari, on account of this, everyone was buying the sure thing, banker at your back, until he stabbed you as good as they always do, and walked. What a spill. So Euro Swiss franc, macro FX trade coming out for you. What about the other FX trades? Let's knock them out. These are big ones. These ones are trades that you can sit. The money's made not in the trading, it's made in the sitting. Let's get those other sheets out the way. So what else have we got for you on the FX short side? Well, we've got some longs where dollar is the base currency, the yen is the term currency. We're going for 136 on the USD JPY. By the way, the risk reward on that yen, 91.5. 91.5. We will be showing you the risk reward on that Swiss franc. You can see it right there, colored in there. It's in and around 103 in this instance on that one. We're looking for actually the dip below the 70s for the extremists, but we'll take some profit off before in and around 71. Bringing the spreadsheet back up. So that's an absolute extreme reset trade for 114. That is our highest by far of risk reward. USD JPY, let's show you that super quick. We haven't got much time. They wanted 30 seconds. It was never going to happen. But if you want gold and real big high or asymmetric reward trading, you need to be given the chance to see them. We've been long the USD JPY. This one is looking for the 136 again. That is your 90 reward. You would have stops just under those tail wicks. Unfortunately, these have already begun, guys. If you want to get them from the beginning, you need to be in our premium community, but there's plenty. Bit of a pullback here. You can break and enter in here, get in and around the 112s on any pullback and hold for the 136. There's going to be a blow off strength in the dollar. It's going to be very, very difficult for emerging markets. You're seeing it in the Turkish lira, one we called a year and a half ago and have continued to say will come back to go through the ceiling as it is doing. So USD Korean won. Remember, this is trading ideas. We only need one of these kind of risk rewards to come in home and all the others to be wrong. We aren't actively looking to be right. We want high R trading. However, there's a common theme. And if we're accurate about the US dollar being super strong, there's going to be a lot of places where those goals can be made and where the risk rewards can be extremely tight. USD Korean won, you guessed it. We're calling for a 45% devaluation in the Korean won. What will bring that about? Will it be geopolitics? Will it be running into crypto and dumping their local fiat? Who knows? Who knows? Speculate on the headlines as much as you like. Take the trade first, get the story later, be early. Those are Market Sniper, the Market Sniper traditional doctrines. So that catch in jump will be a very attractive 20 plus risk reward on a super spike, macro super spike. What will the news be? It's going to be dollar strength in my opinion. And this is reset FX system dollar strength, which will set the tone for central bank digital tokens and everything else that is planned and will be coming as part and parcel. So now you have the USD Korean won, the USD JPY. I'm not going to show you the USD Hong Kong. They need this to be short. There will be a failure of it, or it will be subsumed in the CNY at a much lower level than it is now. You want to be long the dollar against the Hong Kong. That's a peg range currency fail. All pegs will fail, in my opinion, probably as a result of what you're about to witness coming your way. Okay, so let's give you some stinky stoinks. We remain, despite valuations, a bull. Why? Because the dollar, the assets and money is going to chase into the dollar. Where do they go? The debt markets are absolutely broken. We've called the end of a 40-year macro cycle. There will be pressure on rates, so they will go down in value. The rates paid will still be below the inflation rate. Negative real rates, so negative earnings in real terms and loss of capital value is not a selling feature for bonds. Therefore, it goes into overvalued equities again. By the way, BlackBerry, out of the death knells of once was heroes, comes a reinvigoration of a past hero. This is a super RRR trade for you as well, in and around the 18.52. You could possibly buy it even lower and max that out. Currently trading over here if you bought at market today. Never use market orders, use a limit below the action. You could drag that stop to where we're guesstimating it may be in the end, or wait till it bottoms and starts to turn, get it sooner. The move 32.27, this is weird mark for overperformance. We would close only 3/4 of our position size and hold the rest for ever greater almost GameStop and AMC type gains, which brings us to the Robinhood specials. And so many of you are thinking, I will not participate. This is all just a scam. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? The metaverse is coming. I'm going to refer to that in the crypto tokens side. You want to be in there. These once traditional selling second-hand PlayStations, etc., etc., etc. All, look at that euro, all suddenly becoming retooled for the metaverse, your virtual reality. You will own nothing, and you will be so happy with your virtual village and Porsche in the virtual world. Isn't that marvelous? All being built for you, courtesy of Facebook and all the others, now Meta. This is a super, super pumper. We see a similar structure in there. We see this through 642. We throw out big calls. You only have to get one right and be 100% wrong on all the others, and you will pay. You will pay for being spinning the wheel on all the other trades. If we have more than one right, you will be laughing like Larry. Anyway, that's the trade on GameStop, in and around 16 on GameStop. AMC, similar type structure, not as attractive. It will be one of the lower of the equities, but we still expect good things further to the upside. 90-66, crazy risk reward ratios on all these trades. We'll show you the numbers when we finish. Other one, Sense. We're waiting for this to finish dipping, and we think you can get in. You can get in a lot lower than this right now. I think it's easing before it goes. This is probably going to form what we call a wind-up structure inside the funnel, and the target is way out of sight. You can't even see it. Let's reframe the chart for you. There she goes. You're going to be looking for 7.95, and right now you can have it at, what was its close yesterday? $3.43. So from $3.50 to roughly $8, and overperformance expected there. Also, not tomorrow, not in the next hour, not in the next minute. Long-term calls is how I've chosen to take these plays. So that's on Sense. Overstock, we've already called some while ago. You're not in the community, you never got the call, but that's okay. You can hear it now. You can maybe grab it on a pullback if it gets. We're looking for 160 to be run on Overstock, trading 106. You could have been in from 77. Macro risk reward currently in play, looking at around 11. That is Overstock, BlackBerry, Overstock, Sense, Game, and AMC. Those are your equities, courtesy of themarketsniper.com, brought to you on for you to contemplate as big shooters. Equities, despite valuation, to be strong, I'm afraid. Yes, this is not normal times. These are not normal things. Where do money that is escaping the collapsing Turkish lira go? It goes offshore. Where does it go? It goes to the biggest bully in the playground, America. What asset class does it hide in? Not in banks, not in bonds. I'm afraid it's equities and crypto that will benefit. That takes me to the crypto market. For some of you, not all of you, some of you hate it, whatever, don't attach emotions. We've given you the FX, we've given you the equities. By the way, the average there, 16.5, GameStop, 10.5, 18.82, 11.7, 10.89. When last were you getting 20 risk reward trades? When last were you in the running for 114? I don't know, maybe every day. That's awesome. I must come get some of your trades. Crypto. Trades that we like. The metaverse, surprise, surprise. Get your virtual reality here. Mana, Sand, and Mana and Sand are the metaverse plays. So we'll quickly show you those. This is already too long. They'll probably be upset with me. He can't make a short movie, can he? He's got too much to share, too many gifts to give. If I've got to be Santa Claus at the year end, I'm going to be generous. And let's just have a little look where we've got to go back up for the cryptos. In fact, I did a list for you here. 2021, there you go. Mana, it's already super pumpamentals. Many of you are put off by that. You want to buy early and first. Well, I'm afraid you're a little bit late, because we were looking at it over here and it has already begun creeping, but we suspect there's more to come. So that's where we were in. It has already begun its run. So Mana a little bit more to the upside as part of Metaverse, and a good long-term investment hold if you recognize the key step that dropped with what Facebook is doing. So we see 6 being run. You can have it sub 4, and it's probably likely to drift off. But more importantly, if you close 50% here and you're okay with an investment hodl, you will end up being a long-term holder, and I think it will serve you very well. Google and Facebook, all of them had some form of chart like this and looked expensive at $3 or $4 before going on to thousands of dollars. The same went for Sand. We called Sand. You're a bit late, I'm afraid. Again, in fact, that one's made target, and the same applies. Whilst I would expect a pullback on this overall structure, during this week, because these are shorter time frames, I'm on the 2 hour there. These calls are late for you in terms of the risk reward trade, but potentially long termers for you later. So you could grab these on dip backs for investment holds. There is no current structure anymore. They've already performed. Sorry, I was real busy. We drew these. By the time we drew them up, they were already running, and I'm only recording this some couple of days after the email was received. Poly is made a little bit of structure as well that we like technically. This is again a crypto. This is a slightly bigger time frame one, and it hasn't broken yet. So you can put this in your pipe and decide if you want a little bit of its action. Again, cryptos are speculative. Make sure you understand that neither the Trade Battle nor I are accountable for any events, positive or negative. If you decide to take the trade, you own it. It's yours. Well done. And if it doesn't work, you also own it. Well done. So a little bit of structure here. We're seeing this one going through the 150s as well. Very positive type squeezy. Bitcoin, of course, corrected, which put this, which was part and parcel as to why this would have dipped down. We think you can get it once it starts turning around there. You'll have a great risk reward. So there you go. You've had a couple of cryptos. Long-term investment, the buyer's strength on cryptos. This is not a trade. In fact, the best money is made in the sitting. I would suggest to you again that you are well positioned. I've got a lot of reasons. I can't cover them here. We cover this in our community. Why? Binance token, BNB, is going to run $901. What is it today, you ask? What is it today? Well, I'll quickly answer that, but you're in and around 560 on Binance. We've done our relative strength all the way across all cryptos. It's going to be an outperformer of the majors. This is a top 10 token. It's third after Ethereum and Bitcoin. It is massive, and it's going to be the faster grower of the three. Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. Binance is going to outperform Ethereum. Another quality token that will serve you exceedingly well, and is going to continue to bleed up at the moment. Looking at it right now, 336 currently. That's not our target. That's the entry point, by the way. So 336 at the moment is Elrond, E-Gold. So there you go. You've got two investment plays, really strong on Binance. Too much information to give technically cross-referencing for the benefit of this video. Very strong on Elrond's relative strength, unfazed by the Bitcoin sell-offs. Then you've got the metaverse of Mana and Sand. But Sand has already made target. USD Hong Kong, no risk rewards for that as yet at the moment, just peg failure. I don't know how much you will get out of that. It could be vast. The others we have given you, but it has broken, and Overstock has broken. I will send this spreadsheet over to the lovely people of Trade Battle. I wish you a Merry Christmas. If you want to engage with us further, you can come to themarketsniper.com and book a call and have a chat. We'll see if you're semi-sensible and will not do damage to yourself. If that being the case, you're welcome to join our potential community. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Have a great festive season, Christmas, whatever you do, and blessings to you all. Bye for now.